Hello Internet! Welcome to an episode of Shadowrun for the Sega Genesis. I'm your host, Maxas Wildborn. So that was a lot of sound. I'm going to bring it down to 50% instead. There we go. Hopefully that helps. We're going to go ahead and jump right on in. Shadowrun, for those of you who don't know, is a cyberpunk age style tabletop game similar to Dungeons & Dragons. In this setting in particular, I can't get my words together for some reason, is a dystopian future where mega corporations have taken over the world, basically. A lot of nations have changed. There's a lot of plot things that I personally don't know about, but magic has returned to the world. There's been goblinizations of people. There are orcs, trolls, elves, dwarves, all that good stuff, which has gotten negative reactions to by some people. But it is what it is, but here it is. We're going to play the Sega Genesis version, which is in no way related to the SNES version of it. So here we go. New game. We have 3 different classes to choose from: a samurai, decker, and a shaman. A samurai is basically someone who's all guns and glory, melee combat, all that good stuff. A decker is somebody who fights in the cyber world, and a shaman is someone who stays away from cyberware and uses powerful magic instead. And it's personally my favorite class, so that's what I'm going to put myself as. The time, January 31st, 2058. The place, Seattle, UCAS. Under the cover of darkness, a team of Shadowrunners move through the Shalishi wilderness. Without warning, they are ambushed by unknown forces. The massacre is over quickly, but captured on Trivid by one of the slain members' cyber eyes. A Trivid was recovered and made national news. Michael, your brother, was the last to die. Spending the last of your New Year to go to Seattle, you vow to avenge your brother's death. Landing at SeaTac Airport, you flag a cab to bring you to Michael's last credit stick transaction, Stoker's Coffin Motel, located in the Redmond Barrens. So there you go. The game is very quick to the point with the plot and what's going on. So here we are, in Stoker's Coffin Motel. The battered sign reads Stoker's Coffin Motel. Motels like these are cheap, each room only large enough to fit a small bed. Dumps like these tend to attract the dregs of humanity. The manager yawns. I won't bore you with a welcome speech, so what do you want? Well, I'm here to pick up Michael's stuff. So you're Michael's brother, eh? Your bro skipped on paying his bill, and I'm holding his stuff till I get the back rent. Let's make a deal. You pay up to $250 million he owes, and I'll fork over his stash. Well, the game wasn't lying. We spent the last of our $1 million to get here. All we have is $20 million to our name. So we don't have the $250 he's asking us. So, $250 million? How much could he have stored in one of those rooms? Hey, if you need Nguyen, head up the street to the jump house. Gunderson is always looking for runners, and you'll find him in a booth towards the back of the bar. Well, before we go there, we're actually going to do some other things. A large man with an Ares logo on his huge coveralls grins at you over the counter. You'll love this place, sir. None of that wimpy stuff here, no way. Just point out what you want. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and sell this pistol here. I personally plan on using magic throughout the entire playthrough. The other characters I might bring with me may not, but well, actually I know for sure they won't, because I plan on having a decker and a samurai, both of which cannot use magic. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and sell that. We don't want that. A fetish is something that helps protect yourself from casting powerful magic that deals damage to you. We only have like a few spells that actually do that right now, so this is basically future insurance for us, but for right now we're not going to use it, so we'll go ahead and sell that. And another thing I'm going to sell is this right here. This instantly heals physical health. I can personally heal physical health through the use of magic, so I'll go ahead and sell that. This right here heals mental health by 20%, a solid 20% as well. And we won't be, we'll keep this on hand because we can't heal mental health ourselves while on the field. So there's that. We're going to go ahead and jump on out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some magic here. See, we got rock skin here. You know, it's got all this drain and all that jazz. But that basically hardens flesh to resist the effects of damage. We also have heal wounds, which cures physical health. You see how I got that drain down there when I adjust the power, or the posture rather. That affects our mental health if we cast the spell and is successful. But we're going to take this mana zap, a small zap of energy that delivers a nasty jolt. We'll go full force on it too. Full force and posture. Because it doesn't give us a drain. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head over here. The Jackal's Lantern serves as a hangout for the Hollyweeder Street Gang. It's a disgusting bar and many think twice before entering for fear of gang harassment. We're going to talk to this guy right here. A rat-like dwarf. Dwarf? Dwarf, there it is. A rat-like dwarf is here. He stares at you in silence. What do you know, my friend? I'm pretty new here. I usually don't share such things, but I guess I could tell you something. Well, first off, what's your story? Let's get introduced here. I lived in Glow City all my life. I was slumming in the sewers, but it got me nowhere because I had no purpose, and because everyone was larger than me. Then I heard my totem calling. I have embraced that power, the power of Rat. Rat has shown that force is not the only way to success. When I find some companions to work with, I'll be able to use my talents to finally get out of this dump. Alright, how about some questions? Can you tell me about this shaman magic? Shaman get their powers from nature. We use her forces to achieve our ends. It is superior to mages who force the spirits to do their bidding. He shows you his rat totem, a dingy block of wood. Each shaman has a totem that seeks him out. This totem represents an animal from nature. Rat chose me to follow his ways. Rat wants me to protect myself by looking for opportunities, to use guile and misdirection in lieu of combat. Rat bestows benefits by means of this totem. Alright, well, can you tell me about the local area? The Rat's Nest is a haven for squatters and other transients. It used to be the city dump until the city died. Even I, a follower of Rats, will not hole up there. Glow City sprung up when they ran out of room in the Rat's Nest. Sure, there's some minor radiation leakage from the nuke plant, but it's no big deal. Alright, well, do you know of any Johnsons in the area? Yeah, sure. Gunderson's a Johnson I've used when I needed some quick noonin. Works next door at the jump house, he does. His payout is as bad as his smell, but his runs are a piece of cake so long as you have some firepower handy when things go sour. Well, speaking of that firepower, you did mention something about getting some companions together, maybe make you a little bit of money to help you out here. I can do that for you. Do you care to sign on? Only if this is a simple job. I don't like to fight. I charge $150 for a single run, but if you can cough up $1,500, my services are at your disposal. Of course, either way, I get my percentages. Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm not going to keep you forever, so I'll just have you on for the short term. You got me, pal. No regrets, you'll see. Alright, so there you go. Now we have Ricky, the dwarf shaman. We're going to go ahead and throw a few of these items here that he's not going to use. Going to give them to Joshua here. Actually, we'll go ahead and give this to him as well. Let's see. There's the 2 stem patches. We're going to get rid of those 3 items there. I'll just go ahead and, whoops. Damn it. I forgot you can't switch characters in that screen. I'm going to give him the Flame Bolt, which is a large ball of fire which causes a vicious burn. This is actually the 2nd level of this spell, which is really interesting that he starts off with that. He also has Stink, an area of a spec spell which sickens all targets with a foul stench. Don't really know what this does, but it has high drain. Invisibility renders a person invisible. This is really useful for corp runs. And he also has rock skin, but we're going to have him do flame bolt, which does more damage than my Manazat, but has a lesser chance of success. And it's only his only attack spell, which kind of sucks. So we'll go ahead and test out some spells on this guy. He died. That was a civilian, completely innocent, did nothing wrong. Not to us, anyway. Alright, we'll go ahead and sell this. This is the game's worst gun. Light damage, low power, a small cheap holdout pistol. This gun is so bad you can only get it through Ricky. You cannot purchase it, and that's quite... I think this is honestly the only instance in which it shows up. It's gone. It's out. Trauma patch, we'll go ahead and sell that as well. And the fetish. And there you go. Now we got the two stim patches, one of which has 6 and the other has 3. But as you can see, with things that have uses in them, you can sell them for the same price no matter how many uses you have. What people tend to do who play this game is that when they have med kits or patches like this, is that they'll use them until they have one use left and then sell them for the full sell price, so that you get a return off of it. It's just cool that you can do that. Or any med kits that you find is also super useful like that. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to grab just for insurance sake. Is we're gonna go ahead and grab the third best gun. Well, I think it's actually the best pistol in the game, arguably anyway. For the damage and power that it has in 15 ammo, that is pretty dang good. This menacing gun is popular among mercenaries, as the text there says. This has more armor penetration through brutal power, is what power is the armor penetration. But it has 6 ammo. And this is basically the exact same, except it has 10 ammo, which is 5 less than the Predator. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab this, and we'll leave. And basically what I have there is our mental health. If it's gotten so bad that we cannot cast magic, now we have a gun. I'll have Ricky use that while I plan on continue to use magic if I can. But I'll keep the gun with me in case Ricky, so Ricky doesn't switch to it automatically, and I am dumb and stupid and didn't read anything. So let's go back and read that flavor text. The Jump House is a typical small bar inside the Barrens. The standard slime frequent it, and its occasional Shadowrunner sometimes slips in its entrance. You see a fat man licking his fingers in the far corner booth. Oi, don't be so obvious. Old Stoker likes to toss my name around, but if you want to stay healthy in the shadows, you do well just to refer to me as Mr. Johnson. Alright, well, can you tell me anything? Info, eh? Well, tell me I might be able to help you there. Since you're pretty green, I'd offer some free advice. Most Johnsons don't mind telling you the basic information, so there ain't a charge for that. But if you want some special contacts, you know, the type that can help you out, well, that costs. Usually somewhere up in the thousands of million. What do you have? I have a question. Hurry up and ask then. What exactly is a Mr. Johnson? Jeez, you are green. A Johnson is your meal ticket if you're gonna be a Shadowrunner. Let's take me, for example. My name is Gunderson, but you should refer to me as Mr. Johnson, out of respect for my anonymity. Did I call him, Johnson? His name is Gunderson. I receive jobs from those who don't want to dirty their own hands. I contract those same jobs to runners like yourself. It's a food chain, and you're the little fish. Alright, let's talk about a different subject. Let's talk about some work. So you want to go on a Shadowrun, eh? Well, old Gunderson's got a beauty for you. Go to the Ares Weapon Emporium in the Redmond Barrens. A contact there will give you a package. Take it to the Jump House, which is literally where you're standing, in the Redmond Barrens. You'll be paid upon safer delivery of the package. You are offered 45 nuyen for the run, but after negotiations you come to an agreement. Payment for this run will be 50 nuyen. What do you say, friend? So our negotiation worked out. We increased his job price by 5, which is cool. Mr. Johnson logs the run onto his pocket secretary and downloads the information to you. Thanks, my friend. You keep coming to me and I'll keep you running. Cool. So we'll be on our way now. After this guy dies. There we go. The receptionist hands a package to you. Please sign for it and it's all yours. You scrawl a fake name and move on. And we're literally taking us back to where we just came from. The bartender drops a rag and waves you over. That's for me. Here's your new yen. Don't spend it all in one place. Alright. Let's see what else he's got. Work. He basically has the same text. Go to Little Chiba in the Redmond Barrens and you'll meet my client Heinrich Michaels. Escort my client to the Ares Weapon Emporium in the Redmond Barrens and you'll be paid upon or by my client upon safe arrival at the specified destination. The initial price was 55 and our negotiation got us nowhere. So 55 it is. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, and here are some holly wieners. This is the biggest reason why I've picked up Ricky, is that I can run circles around everybody while these guys chase me down as he attacks them while, you know, he's not under any danger. But if we didn't get Ricky, we probably would have died from that interaction. So, Ricky is a pretty crap Shadowrunner to hire, but, you know. Hey, there you are. Boy, am I glad to see you. It's getting so a guy can't walk the streets alone. Well, let's get moving. I'm on a tight schedule, and if anybody tries anything cute, you wax them. There's a sudden disturbance up ahead. You glimpse someone taking your picture with a holocam. The person quickly disappears into the crowd. This basically doesn't mean anything. It's just flavor, but it's funny how the you can recognize some of the pictures that pop up because that's random, and quite literally, that profile picture up there came from actually is from the building that I just came out of. So it's like, oh, you picked up a client. Well, I'm gonna take your picture while you leave. So that's funny. Thanks, Chummer, for the escort. Here are the creds for a run well done. I'll be sure to tell all my friends about your services. Let's go ahead and verify that profile picture we just saw. There it is. Little Chiba's Chop Shop is recognized as one of the most competent cyberware installers in Seattle. Their technicians and surgeons are extremely skilled, thus they have the ability to install powerful cyberware. A salesman walks up. I have a great amount of cyberware. Please feel free to browse or buy. Our medical facilities are also available if you require treatment. Well, we don't need any treatment, nor do we have the money for cyberware, or are we even interested in cyberware, because we are, mages. There we go. Soka, you are careful. You be careful on the streets. Yeah, if you ever get knocked out, if you ever get knocked out while you're on your own, or even with Ricky, or any other Shadowrunner for that matter, before you get Michael's stuff, you actually will come back to Little Chiba, because some good Samaritan hauls you in to that location, and they take about maybe 5%, maybe 20% of your money, but, you know, it's better than just die. You actually never die in this game. You always get knocked out and then sent to a hospital. God, the wieners are just all over the place today. Go to the Holly Wieners and go to Jack-o'-lanterns. 50 is not bad. Well, sure, we'll go around the pool table. Why not? So, Holly Wieners and the Jack-o'-lanterns. He was in the middle of exploding, and then I caused him to melt. Great. It's good stuff. Holly Wieners is down here. Hey, there you are. That guy looks creepy as shit. Well, looks like both me and Ricky has taken a hit to the head. Yeah, that's our health over there on the right side. The blue bar below our pictures is our mental health. The red bar beside the picture is our physical health. Mental health goes down when we are punched or suffer concussive damage through magic or grenades. Rat's Nest, Hollywood, cool. And the physical health goes down when we are hit by like direct attack damage from magic, or shot by a weapon, or cut by a blade. There we go. Yoink. Wait, Rat's Nest, right? That was where we were going? Yep, it was. So the two missions we've been doing for Gunderson, or two mission types, is the courier runs and the escort runs, or the bodyguard escort runs. Gameplay, they both play exactly the same. You go to point A to point B. The only real difference is that, is that your package is a person, or your person is a package, or whatever. Stoker's Coffin, Holly Wieners, that's fine with me. But on a gameplay perspective, they are no different. The escort personnel that you're taking from one place to another never interacts in a combat situation, nor are they ever targeted. To my knowledge, it is. But we're going to Stoker's, right? Or is it the Holly Wieners first? No, Stoker squints at you with his one good eye. Here's the package. Don't slot this up. Alright, we'll go to here. But yeah, on a gameplay perspective, they're not really any different. Entering an abandoned shack, you are accosted by a member by the Holly Wiener gang. If you want to live, you better have a real good reason to be here. Or if you want to live, you better have a good reason to be here. You hand him the package, he takes out a blade, slices it open, and peers inside. Satisfied, he pays you off. Oh, we survived that. But if you enter point A, get the package, or get your, oh boy. As you walk by, a man calls you from a dark alleyway. Psst, I got 6 frag grenades for sale. I'll give them to you for 180. That's 30 a pop. What do you say? Well, grenades are pretty terrible in this game to use in combat. While frag grenades are illegal, they are useful for getting through locked doors. And of course, a frag grenade being a grenade is also very loud, so you can cause alarms to go off or whatever. But right now, this is a very good deal for grenades, but this is not anything I'm ever interested in. But 2 things can happen from this situation, or 3 things rather. C, you walk away and you always will leave him behind. A or B will have 2 different types of interactions. If you take the grenades, he'll either be a legitimate person and sell you the grenades, or it could be a police sting and they will arrest you. If you choose attack, the person may escape, the person may attack back, or it may be law officials that will attack back. So, there we go. We're gonna walk away. I am not at all interested in grenades, because they're so I told you I'm not interested in grenades. Grr. What was I talking about before that guy showed up? I freaking forgot. Damn it. The Hollywoods to Holly Wieners. Alright, cool. Oh yeah. If you go to point A, doing one of these missions, get killed, you'll actually lose the mission. But if you get killed before you actually pick up the package or the escort target, then you'll keep the mission. Fucking wiener ass. Oh wow, they came from 2 different angles. Cool, they dropped some things. Oh, one of them actually dropped a medkit. Look at that. 4-use medkit. Medkit, it doesn't heal like these things do. These things heal like a certain percentage of one type of health. This heals both types of health based on your biotech skill, which at this time both Ricky and myself have a 0 in. But you can still make some use out of it. It won't be great, but you can still have some use out of it. This is the entrance to the Hollywood Correctional Facility, home to a large number of criminals and scum of the city. A guard walks up to you. You're the runner sent from the Johnson? When you say yes, he hands you a package and walks away. But, yeah, we can still make use out of it, and as I said earlier, if it's got one more use out of it, you can sell it. What am I doing? Notebook. Hollywieners, right. I don't know what the correctional facility wants to give to the Hollywieners. Might be a bomb. But, whatever. But we'll get paid for it. Alright, we are accosted, blah blah blah. We're about to enter combat because I felt the slowdown. There he is. And both of us failed our magic. Oh, come on, Ricky. I need you to not be stupid. Ricky, where are you? Ricky, there you are. Ricky, please. Alright, cool. It's the only reason why I got you. Just to keep me safe. Not just fail every spell that you've ever casted. She was a nuke plant, rat's nest. 70, wow. And they're right next door to each other. Now you might be wondering why I'm attacking the civilians, and the reason why is because the way you level up your character is through the use of karma. Karma is gained by completing Shadowruns, through story events, or by killing a certain number of targets. Targets are not biased on them being enemies or just people walking around. So you get a little bit of karma for killing, you know, a mixture of 20 different enemies, or even destroying a certain amount of ice in the Matrix. You'll gain small amounts of karma from that. No, I don't want your frickin' needs. There's a guy up here, I think. There he is. Whoops. I think I've already stated why I switch between my characters while fighting is because I can keep attacking while my characters recover from using magic. Stoker's coffin to the jump house. That ain't bad. I'm not focused on getting money. Quite obviously, I had more than enough money to get Michael's belongings when I sold my stuff, and even when I sold Ricky's stuff. Oh boy. Yeah, sometimes when you switch between characters, they'll switch out of using magic. Which is actually a huge problem I have with Ricky sometimes, is that he'll switch to using his hand, which is not what I want him to do, because I want him to hit people that are on the move. Jump house, that's right. Whee! Community of Ghouls, not a mission I'm gonna do. Bump that mess. There's his weapon emporium, Shackle lantern. Shackle lantern. Shackle lantern. Ah. Ricky, you're garbage. So am I, apparently. Ricky can't get a spell off. Oh my god. Oh boy, he's going after Ricky. Oh, but he switched targets. Alright, he's dead. There we go. That was a twofer. I'll walk over their bodies in the event that they actually drop anything useful. Where was I taking this guy? Oh yeah, the Shackle lantern. There it is. But yeah, we also get the karma from doing these missions. I had well more than enough to get Michael's stuff. Wow, I just did this mission. What was the mission I did before the one I did before this one? There we go. Take them down. Sometimes they drop medkits too, which I think I've actually showcased that they do drop medkits and you can sell them for a little bit of extra money. Our mental health could be better. Okay, it wasn't the exact same mission because last time it was a package. This time it was a... I didn't read any of that because I clicked through it too fast, but... Area's Weapon Emporium and the Jump House. Well, a lot of deliveries to the Jump House, I see. Fine with me. I get to kill people. Eh. Give me that Nuyen. Yeah, when they drop Nuyen, it's only like 12. It's a really small amount. Typically not big. Yeah, I'm getting a criminal record for killing innocent people, but, you know, who cares? We have ways around the criminal records. Rat's Nest, Hollywood Correctional, alright. Fucking tricky. Uh-oh. A haggard man collapses at your feet. His skin is pale and cold to the touch. A well-dressed man runs up, followed by two ordinary thugs. I'm a doctor, and this patient has escaped. Help us capture him, and I'll pay you. You're not sure what to make up of this strange group. Alright, well, I could attack them. They could call police. They could be thugs, and I attack them. They could be, they could be a vampire, and they'll either attack or run. We can help them capture the guy, which they could be a vampire and I would be doing something wrong. Or they could actually be a doctor, and this is an escape patient. I can choose leave them alone or you'll be sorry, and they'll either explain that they have credentials and they take the guy, or they'll actually just bail off and leave and the man will help me. Or the man will give me money for helping him. If I attack, in most situations in these events, if you attack, you actually don't get anything from it except what the people drop, which in most cases aren't anything, really. So we'll just say leave him alone or you'll be sorry. The doctor calls over a Lone Star patrol. Yep, sometimes they'll do that too. On their arrival, you find out that he is a director of a mental ward, and this was one of the patients. Lone Star takes a sudden interest in you. Come here, son. We want to talk to you. Alright, we'll comply. Keeping your cool, you answer all of their questions convincingly. Finally, Lone Star continues on its way. Oh. Sometimes, you know, just talking to them and they'll just leave you alone. I forgot what I was doing. Rat's Nest, Hollywood. Gotcha. Meep, 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 meep. A Lone Star grunt approaches. He questions your identity, then hands over a package. Uh-oh. Ah! 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 Oh, wait. Oh! Ah! 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 Oh no, his mental health is getting pretty low. Let's see if we can do something about that. Alright, that'll do. I'm gonna sell that now. This is Hollywood Correctional. This is the entrance to the Hollywood Correctional Facility, home to the large number of criminals and scum of the city. A guard approaches, takes the package. He checks it out and gives you your Nuyen when satisfied. Obviously, you guys know Nuyen is the currency of this game. If you didn't figure that out through the context clues. Alright, Community of Ghouls, we will not be doing that. Especially not for 25 Nuyen per kill. Forces Greenhouse to Little Chiba. I can do that. Yeah, Ghoul Missions is pretty crazy. This is not the greenhouse. What am I doing? Greenhouse is through this wall over here. What the hell? I was completely surprised by that shit. Damn, Ricky took a hit. A little Chiba chop shot down here. Thanks for the escort. There you go. We're gonna go ahead while we're here, sell this one-use piece right here. As you can tell, 154, 154. This has 6 uses, that has 1. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. Also, while I'm thinking about it, see if we can heal some form of health. Alright, and then we'll sell the med kit as well. Just some free heals. Because that was a med kit that was dropped. Oh god! And Ricky instantly took 1 hit and lost all the health I healed. Ricky. The battered sign reads Stoker's Coffin Motel. I'm looking for a place to crash. I got a room for 20 up front. You interested? Easy money. Hope you brought your own towels. I've been cleaned out this month. Enjoy your stay. A steaming mug of soy calf would be just whiz about now. Alright, this is the karma screen. There's the karma at the bottom there. I have 16 of it. I'm going to focus on upgrading my quickness because it determines movements and attack speed. This is basically how fast I move while in a combat situation. This is very useful. We started at 4, which is pretty good. You know, if I didn't have Ricky around, that would certainly be more troubling for me. I think a samurai starts with 2, which is pretty garbage. A decker starts at 5, I think. Ricky has 2. So if I ever am controlling him while in a combat situation, he'll just be military crawling everywhere. But we won't be using him. Let's see here. Intelligence. I think I will give... Actually, I think Street Samurais might start with 3? I don't know. I'm not quite sure on that. Actually, I might have enough to throw... No, I can't throw any in negotiation. Crap. I need 8 for that. I think I'll jump up my intelligence for now. Then go over to Ricky. We'll give him some sorcery and his willpower. And that's it. That's all I'll do. I'll bank the rest of the points. So now that I've done that, he might actually be able to use a higher posture and have a better chance of success. And there we go. Oh, another medkit. Oh, he's already... I'm glad it doesn't actually use a heal if he's not injured, but I forgot when you sleep at an inn, your mental health is actually recovered, so that's great. That is great. Ricky definitely needed that. Shiawase, Boris's greenhouse. Alright. Money is a concern. There was a medkit on the floor due to sprite glitching. Yeah, for some reason, if items that appear on the floor get stored into the RAM active memory, and sometimes it just randomly appears, but then it usually immediately takes care of itself. You'll get all kinds of war garble like that. Oh, I said war garble. Yeah, I've watched him too. Thanks for the escort. I'm actually a big fan of him. He's actually inspired me to be a live streamer and to, you know, be myself. There we go. Let's see. How much money I got? I might have enough. Oh, I might actually definitely have enough for what I would want. Especially after I get Michael's belongings. Community of Ghouls, no interest. Ares Weapon Emporium, Jack-o'-lanterns. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Scrawling on a fake name. Medkit! Yay! We got medkit! Eh. Another medkit, wow! Oh! Oh, frick! I accidentally switched people. Not what I wanted. Yeah, I knew I wasn't full. I was just staring at it. I was like, that ain't full. I actually didn't mean to go in there, but I went in there on accident. But that's where we needed to go. I forgot we had to go in there. I just... Neuromancer? You know, I didn't actually realize this. But that's a shout out to freaking Neuromancer. I think it's a novel. That's also based on the Shadowrun lore, I believe. Or Shadowrun is inspired by Neuromancer. I'm not sure. But, yeah. That's cool. Where were we taking him? Hollywood Correctional and the Halloweeners, okay. I just got so, like, mind-fucked by the Neuromancer shout out there. I think another client's name is Billy Gibson. which I'm surprised it's not William Gibson, but it is what it is. Not sure who Heinrich Michaels is. A haggard man collapses at your feet. You're not sure what to make of the strange group. Leave him alone. Your doctor called. It's exactly what had happened earlier. I was hoping it'd be different, but it didn't. Got nothing from that. That could have been a cop situation if they were super interested in me. Well, so far we're safe. Holly Wieners. Jump house. Works for me. Ah, Ricky, come on, I upgraded your shit. What was I taking you again? God, so bad. So bad. Jump house. Oh, great. My buddies, excuse me, don't know how to navigate the world. But that's fine. They have the power of teleportation. Stoker's Coffin, Jack-o'-lanterns, that's fine with me. Those are easy to remember. Because they're pretty much north and south of each other. Fucking Ricky. What? Like how my sprite has a bandolier, but I don't even use a gun. Rat's nest, jump house, fine with me. Oh, I picked up something. What was it? Oh, it was nothing. Well, dang it. Lone Star Grunt approaches. He questions your identity and hands over a package. Don't spend it all in one place. There it is. No, not magic. We got 8 karma now. I really want to get my body and all that up. I'm not worried about charisma right now. I also want to get these up pretty quickly too. But, you know, we got to do these missions to get that karma going. Jack-o'-lantern, Boris's greenhouse, alright. They're right next to each other across the street, so. Right here. Now get mule. And this guy will be like, yay, finally, something fixing. Some fixing to do. He grins devilishly when he sees the package. Now I can do some serious fiction. Fiction. He writes fan fiction, everyone. He pays and escorts me out of the greenhouse. There's a guy down here that needs to die. Oh, God! Look at me. I'm hitting wrong buttons. Melted. Hey, no witnesses! Stole his wallet, too. A miracle package. Don't walk away from me! Did Ricky just pick up? Nope. It was just a Nuyen. Alright. Jump house. She was a nuke plant. Sweet. I'm not even sure if I'm saying those words right. But, you know. Boop. I feel like that's a combat situation, but I might also be wrong. I was wrong. I thought I felt a slowdown there, but might be my imagination playing tricks on me. Yeah, if you play this game long enough, you kind of feel when a combat situation happens. Forest Greenhouse, Hollywood, not bad. I eventually want to get to the part where I do ghoul missions, because those are worth a good bit of karma, I believe. And you get a little bit of extra karma because you're attacking people. What? Where'd jerkwad come from? Hey! You! I like how I just throw that voice out there. Hey! Time to die, you! They done nothing wrong, they're just going about their business, and I'm like, no you don't! How dare you go about your business while I'm on the streets? Stoker's Coffin, and I don't know what that second location was. Jump house. Every time the second place is the jump house, I just forget it. I'm like, wait, where am I going? Oh yeah, that. Literally where I'm coming from. No! Oh. Jerk. Really? Really, man? Ow. Ah, ah, ah. Yeah. Anything? Nope. Okay. Forces Greenhouse, Ares Weapon Emporium. Sounds good to me. I'm actually going to be on my way there. I might as well use a use of a med kit so I can sell both of those one-use ones. Uh-oh. Ah! Wrong person! Yeah. Ah! I know you saw that, jerk. Dead. Alright, we'll go ahead and sell these two. Look at that money. That's some good stuff right there. Now, what I can do... Not that. I can leave and then go back in there. Is I can purchase this. I can actually purchase 2 of these. But... I'm not. No context? Nah, wait, hang on. 14? That's good. That's good. I'll go ahead and spend those points. Looking for shit. Come on now, I'm looking for a place to crash. Alright, let's get that up. And now we have 4. We can put body up now. And for you, you have 16. You can do one of those, and one of those. Now he might actually be able to use the next posture. There it is. Now he has 4 blitz of success chance. Doesn't affect his damage, just the success chance. So now he's full offense. I don't do any additional damage with mine. So I think we might be ready to grab Michael's stuff. Small change, slot this cred, and I'm gone. The creds roll off your stick, and in return you are handed a crumpled plastic box. Opening it, you find a scented letter, cyberdeck, a wristband, and 2 holopicks. The letter addressed to Michael reads as follows. M. I don't trust our Johnson, and neither should you. His story just doesn't wash, and you know it. I'm out on this one, and I hope you are too. I'll wait for you at the Terizlar City Inn in Puyallup Barrens. The cyberdeck is a small Allegiance Alpha that hasn't seen much use. These decks are fine to dabble in cyberspace, but lack real power. The wristband is a dock wagon home and beacon. When its wearer's condition becomes critical, a dock wagon trauma team is dispatched to retrieve him. The wearer is then resuscitated and dropped off at the Seattle General Hospital. The fee is around 10% of the wearer's cred stick balance, guaranteed not to exceed 5,000 nuyen. You slip it on your wrist and lock the clasp. Dr. Ivana Haversham, MD, Seattle General Hospital, Haversham Clinic, and a Mr. Caleb Brightmore, Esquire. Problem solved, worries eliminated. Finally, you uncover a cred stick hidden under the holopicks. It has a balance of 500 nuyen. The irony of discovery wears off after a moment. So you get twice your investment, really. So now the world is unlocked. We can go anywhere we want. I, personally, am going to go to Puyallup Barrens. I'm going to go buy us some extra armor. But why at the Puyallup Barrens and not at the Redmond Barrens? It's because, my friends, this abandoned mall was looted into desolation long ago. Now criminals have set up shop in the vacant storefronts to fence their wares. Lone Star regularly raids the place, but it's usually only the customers who get nabbed. Alright, we'll browse the weapons and equipment. You head towards the weapons stall. The proprietor's lumpy overcoat seems to be concealing more arms than are displayed. Okay, so here we have some SMGs and some shotguns. I'm not really worried about those. I'm worried about these. This armor jacket is 872. This is literally the best armor you can, or the 3rd best armor in the game. And is, we saw this at the price of a little over 1,000 over in Redmond Barrens, which is why I came here for it. I'm going to sell the one that I have, and I'm going to purchase this one. Can conceal illegal weapons, low weapon protection, good gun protection. This right here, it reduces the chance of people finding out that you have illegal weapons. I'm not going to buy that. Light combat armor, this is illegal, but it has the it's the next best armor in the game, and the best armor in the game is heavy combat armor, which you can't get unless you do an irreversible thing, which I won't spoil until we get up to that point. I'll go ahead and buy another copy of that jacket, and I'm going to actually give it to Ricky. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and jump back on in here. I went to the wrong place. I went to the software instead. Armor clothing, go ahead and sell that. And there we go. We now have 1,297 nuyen to do whatever we want with it. I'm now going to go... Oh, well, we're already here. This is the Puyolip Baron, so we've got a letter that leads to this place. So let's find out who this Tabitha Shale is, and what they know about my brother. The Terizlar City Inn caters mostly to elves, as the word Terizlar is Elvish for remembrance. Despite its rundown appearance, this apartment has a great rep for being the safest place to stay in the Barrens. You need a place to stay? Well, you've come to the right place. This is the safest hotel in the city for the price. Of course, payment is required in advance. Do you have a tenant named Tabitha Shale? Tabitha Shale? Yeah, she's here. She's been locked in her room for days and won't let anybody in, even to clean up. If you think you can talk some sense into her, be my guest. The manager connects to her room via the vid phone. The screen remains black, but the woman's wary voice identifies itself as Tabitha. Words tumble from your mouth in a desperate rush to convince Tabitha of your sincerity. After some deliberation, she concedes that you are Michael's brother, and agrees to let you enter her apartment. Tabitha Shale opens the door as you arrive. She looks as if she hasn't slept in a week. She invites you in, but her eyes nervously dart around the room. Tell me about Michael's last Shadowrun. I don't know that much about it. We were hired by an unknown Mr. Johnson through Caleb to track down a location in Shalashi. I backed out when he made the offer, so I wasn't included in the deal. Michael said one stop at Orozco's and he'd be set. You know, Caleb's not our normal Johnson. We normally use a Johnson named Mortimer Reed. He sets up in the Penumbra district in a restaurant called the Big Rhino. Well, what can you tell me about Caleb Brightmore? I actually have a holopix of him right here. He's a Johnson Michael and I used a couple of times. I don't trust him, though. Who knows what those elves are up to, anyway. You might find him at Icarus Descending. That's where we've always met him. Oh, who's this guy Orozco? Boris Orozco is a small-time fixer who works out in an abandoned greenhouse in Redmond. Anything for $1, that's Boris. He was probably the last person in the sprawl to see Michael alive. Thanks for your help. Keep a low profile and I can sort this out. As if on cue, the door to the room explodes inward, leaving you momentarily stunned. A flash of automatic gunfire rakes Tabitha through the obscuring smoke and sends you diving for cover. As the swarm of bullets abates, you leap to your feet, surging forward through the thick cloud to catch a glimpse of a figure in red and black, disappearing down the corridor. You rush back into Tabitha's room, but there are no signs of life. You notice a holopix among her scattered belongings. You pick it up. Holopix, David William Malvofeather, Shalashi Wilderness Patrol. Oh, Shalashi Rangers Wilderness Patrol. Well, shit. She died. If you asked her to try to sign on as a Shadowrunner, she would give you a no message before that exact thing happens to her. So, nothing really changed. Her death is slated. Her death was unavoidable there. We're going to call a taxi and we're going to head to the Rinraku Arcology. Actually, no. Not yet. I think there's people I want to meet here. Is this it? Entering a deserted store, you see an orc gang member playing with a switchblade. You're on dangerous ground, chummer. This is... Okay, hold on. You're on dangerous ground, chummer. This is the orc's home turf. Well, I'm looking for some information. What do you want to know? Tell me about the Ollie Wieners. The Wieners own the Redmond Barrens. They're errand boys for the Yakuza. When they come over here, we like to give them a warm welcome. Well, tell me about the I-5ers. Stupid go-gangers. They're too small-minded to grab some turf to call their own, so they just ride the highways, making life miserable for all of us. Thanks for the info. Later, chump. We're actually not done talking to him. I'd like to talk to your boss. I don't know you from Adam, so I ain't gonna take you to the boss, unless of course you happen to have 750 nuyen. You got that, don't you? 700? Oh, crap. Sure. Thanks, pal. Oh yeah, follow me. You are led down into the basement where you meet the leader of the orc gang. You're a lucky man, Joshua. Most people don't see me, unless they're dead. What is it you want from the orcs, chum? Maybe protection from our gang, or maybe you want to meet a chummer who works for us. I need protection from your gang. Give me 2,000 and the orcs will treat you like one of our own. Oh well, I ain't got that kind of money. Alright, well, nice chatting with you. Goodbye. Oh fuck. I thought I had the money, but I just wasted some instead. Back to 557. Fuck my life. I was hoping to get protection from their gang, but ended up wasting 750 new yenny nanny nannies. And this is exactly what I was trying to solve. Oh, these guys hit like a truck! Ow. Leaving now. Getting out. Yep, gone. Shit. I may have to just go ahead and go back to Redmond Barrens and do more missions for Gunderson, because now I'm under a money constraint now. Shit. I thought I had the money, but I guess I'm not as, informed of this game as I thought I was. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in here. And I'm gonna do a few runs for this guy. But I'll do that later. But for right now, actually I'm gonna go ahead and save. You can't save in a building, so we'll come out here and we'll do that right here. Hard cartridge save. There it is. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Maxas Wildborn, and I'll see you guys in my next video. But until then, you have a good one.